Okay, so talking about day three, March 22nd. What the three initial questions? What contributions did I personally make to the learning community? I feel bad because I didn't really work with the any person or group yesterday too much. I kind of just split off and did my own thing, but I definitely learned a lot. But I guess to the community as a whole, I have a soldier who called to say he was dropping out of college or considering it. So we talked for quite a while on the phone trying to figure out if this is the right step. How would he do this correctly and basically like on the right foot? And then what stuff did I connect with yesterday? Absolutely the modularization, and I connect it with how much we love frameworks because I couldn't make stuff work at all. It was breaking. So most of the changes between yesterday and today really were the uh, like behind the scenes modularizations and stuff. Ignore the fact that I'm like super cold. I have like blanket and everything all around me. So my the website really doesn't have too many changes once again from yesterday to today. The only thing is, like, I believe it is pretty dang, like, it's good on the fact that it has lots of the flex boxing is working pretty well. Same thing where they're uh, the top two fields are absolutely required. You fill to enter the information and it persists it. So let's go ahead and enter in a destination name. So we'll say, we'll say my couch, location, the living room. I put in a photo URL of a really comfy person on a couch. Look at her. And then description, is it Saturday yet? So we have it. If we fail to put in a photo, it will default tiki bar somewhere far. That's a list. So that's the default photo at the moment. We can remove, and then we can also edit. Let's go to your house. So your couch. And it disappears. I don't know why. Let's try that again. Okay, weird bug. I'll have to figure that out. But once again, the more interesting thing. Oh, and then here, look, you can see it pop down. Bloop. That's exciting. The thing I kind of wanted to really talk about was modularization. So I tried to split up the top banner, each card. That the head was going to, I took it out, but it was going to be all the imports to the top, our main index, and then just the form. But through modularizing it, is actually breaking everything, and I could get the HTML to load, but the CSS and the Bootstrap explicitly was having lots of problems. So I just reverted back to just doing one singular index. So I will have to either do more research or ask someone about it because I failed miserably. We have importing Bootstrap, importing jQuery, importing our own CSS, importing a module, which we'll go through with JavaScript. And here we go. We have the header. We have the main body. It's a 1/4, 3/4 text. Let me make it bigger. It's a 1/4, 3/4 text with the form on the left and the right being each card. We're going to look for this destination card container, and then like put adjacent HTML to it, which really means just like it instead of it like prepends inside of this ID or inside this div. I just at the moment commented this out because I was trying to make an overflow container work so that it's just, instead of like having to scroll down the entire page, it's just like a little div that you scroll down internally. But since it's like dynamically being processed, it's being weird, and it's breaking a lot of stuff, which was really the theme of yesterday, how to break a lot of stuff. Going over my JavaScript, let's see, let's close all this. Let's go over each one real fast. So I think probably the best place to start is my script.js, and all that's doing is importing each one basically as a class. So if I wanted to refer to buttons, I would just be like if there's a function, I'm trying to get away from the Java terminology. If there's a function inside a button, because of this, we can now say button dot button up or whatever the function name is. So we import it and then we're exporting towards the as a module. So then we modularize cards. Ignore this gigantic default photo, but the URL is sometimes breaking. So we are just doing all the stuff for creating a card. This is literally just the URL or this is like the data set for the card or the picture, the default. And then, yeah, it's just in our card. I commented this out for the moment that I'm trying to get working, but I have a header class that I want to see if I can make functional so that the card, instead of having to have pop-ups to do editing, you'd be able to make a header where you'd be like, actually I want to click the edit tab, and then you just edit inside the card and be done. But I need everything to be fully functional before I try to really focus on that. So because we do have functions make, remove editable, or clickable, make edit clickable, because I want to make sure that we're let's see if I can go to it. We're making it so that we're only doing the query selector once that div is actually created. Otherwise, we're gonna get like a null indicator because it's the query is looking for something that hasn't even been put on the page yet. All right, so talk about that. Then we have the remove this card and edit this card. I tried to go through a little bit of try to be smart about it a wee bit, which I think would be more applicable if it was like a lot more stuff on the card where we could just loop through and be like, is there new crap? Oh, you did put new stuff in it. Put it in the old area. Okay. And we have, oh, it's already 7 minutes. Holy crap. And then I tried to break out the actual buttons so that we could put event listeners on each one. So we have the add to list, the delete, the edit, and we have the form submitting, handling the validation. And if the form we decided is really good, we just go to create card, which sends it off to cards.js. HTML loader is something that I wrote, but then I gave up on. It was what was actually dynamically putting on all the different HTMLs it was injecting it into index.html. So that way we could modularize the actual homepage, but it was being a bear. Yeah. So work for today. Now that it's like functional, it's making it pretty, making it best practice, and that's it.